There's no shortage of videos floating around the internet telling you how to be frugal, but most of the time it involves giving up buying things you love. Before trying to make such a drastic change, we've made this video to show you how you can buy whatever you want and still save money fast. Takeout. It's normal to see videos saying to completely cut takeout if you want to save money, but that can be an extreme cut for most people. A big change like completely cutting out takeout foods can actually cause more stress by increasing a person's workload. For example, imagine that you work 8 hours a day, but your job requires a lot of physical labor. At the end of your shift, you're really tired, and the last thing you'll likely want to do is cook a meal and clean up the mess after. But if you want to practice frugal living habits and save money, then instead of completely cutting takeout, reduce the amount of takeout you eat while you start getting accustomed to making your own meals at home. Buy quality items. Funnily enough, frugal living doesn't mean cutting costs everywhere you can. It can sometimes mean buying a more expensive and sought-after item. Frugal living is making the most of your money so that you can save money well. In this case, instead of buying cheap, low-quality items, aim for high-quality items with a bigger price tag. Let's illustrate this with an example. Imagine that you're looking to buy a new laptop, since your current laptop is struggling to keep up with your workload. You think about getting a rather expensive but really efficient laptop, but then you opt to get the cheaper one to save money, despite a few complaints about it in the reviews. What ends up happening is that your new laptop doesn't last very long, and you replace it with the one you wanted initially. Ultimately, it's best to go with the more expensive item that is high quality so that you can save money and live frugally. Decorations. A few decorations never hurt anyone, right? It's common to see videos on frugal living tell you that decorations should be completely avoided because they're a waste of money. But what if you really enjoy decorating your house? Is it worth it to make yourself unhappy so you can save a little bit of money? At the end of the day, you're saving money so that you can feel happier and more content with your life, and that sometimes means buying things that you want when you want. So, don't avoid decorations altogether, simply make a slot in your budget for them. This way, you can always keep up with the latest decoration trends, keep your house beautiful, and still save money. Don't get rid of every subscription. Let's face it, it's a bit ridiculous to get rid of all your subscriptions. Even if you are the most hardcore frugal living person and you always are looking for ways to learn for entertainment, you still need time to unwind and take a break. That being said, it's good to have one subscription network that you really enjoy relaxing and unwinding with. Obviously, being subscribed to several streaming networks is unnecessary, considering that it's unlikely that you will get full value from them all. So, when you go over your subscriptions, either think of rotating them or just sticking to your favorite one. This way, you can save money by avoiding having several subscriptions and still enjoy a movie or show whenever you need to. It's okay to spend on gifts. There are times when you need to save money, and it's best to avoid spending lots of money on gifts. But there are also times when it's important to make the people you love happy. In those moments, it's definitely worth thinking about getting that someone a more expensive gift to show them how much they mean to you. For example, if you know your kid has always wanted an expensive mountain bike and they've been practicing it for years, you can think of figuring out how to get it for them by working it into your budget. Of course, it's important to not let buying expensive gifts get out of hand, but if you do it once in a while for really special occasions, like an anniversary or a sweet 16, then you can still live frugally and save money. Visit the salon. Salons are places where it's really easy to spend money. If you find yourself at a salon more than a few times a month, then you're likely spending hundreds of dollars which can be used to save money. But completely cutting out the salon from your life may be something you don't want to do. You may be someone who values having your hair and nails done, and it shouldn't be entirely cut off even if you're trying to save money. Finding alternatives like reducing the number of times you get your hair and nails done or organizing your budget so you can squeeze salon visits frequently can help you enjoy looking stunning while saving money. There's a way to keep pricey hobbies. Do you have a hobby that you really enjoy but are struggling to maintain because of how expensive it is? Well, another important question to ask yourself is how happy does that hobby make you? If it's something you can't live without, then it's certainly not worth it to give it up. The best thing to do in a difficult situation like this, where you want to save money but keep your expensive hobby, is to see if you can cut down your expenses elsewhere on your budget. Another option would be to grow a side hustle so you can supplement your income, and the money you make from that side hustle can be used strictly for your hobby. This is a great way to keep enjoying your hobby, living frugally and saving money. Enjoy the town. If you haven't gone out with your friends for a long time because you've been obsessively trying to save money, then it may be a good time to enjoy their company and reward yourself. It's becoming common knowledge that over-restricting can actually lead to severe rebounds. If we apply this to frugal living, then you may end up spending a lot more than you'd like because you can't maintain your frugal lifestyle. So, if it's been a long time since you've enjoyed a fun time in town with your friends, then consider going, but take measures to spend less. For example, avoid buying drinks and drink at home prior to the hangout, or eat some food at home so you don't buy as much if you're eating out. Sell old to buy new. Are there some new items you've been looking to buy, but you know that you'll go over budget if you do? Well, before you forget about buying the item, take a look through your home to see if you have any old items you don't use anymore. These items can help give you some extra cash if you sell them online. With the money you make from the sales of your old items, you can either cover the entire cost of the new items you want, or at least reduce the amount you have to spend, allowing you to enjoy the new item and save money. Beauty products. There's nothing wrong with wearing makeup, especially if it's something you enjoy doing. In fact, you shouldn't totally avoid makeup or go cheap just because you're trying to save money. Being frugal means making the most of what you have, but the goal of being frugal is to make your life easier and to make you happier. However, makeup can be expensive, so instead of buying makeup at full price, always look for potential sales and coupons, or use rewards to help lower the cost for them. This way, you can continuously practice frugal living habits and save money. Get that Starbucks latte. It's true that coffee from a coffee shop can be better than what you can make at home. However, the price usually isn't worth it. However, there are times when you may really crave a nice latte from Starbucks. While it's good to avoid impulsive purchases, it's not good to deny yourself too much. So, if you really enjoy coffee from your local shop, then designate a single day of the week when you're allowed to treat yourself to a nice coffee at a shop instead of the one you brew at home. This ensures that you're continuously staying within budget but also keeping yourself satisfied. Junk food, anyone? You've heard the frugal living tip to avoid shopping when you're hungry and strictly stick to your list. But there are times when you see a box of cookies that you've been craving for a while. It's at this point whether you think it's worth rejecting your craving or straying away from your list for that one item that will make you feel better. Of course, this isn't meant to say that you should stray away from your list every time you shop, but if you're generally consistent with sticking to your grocery list, then buying a box of cookies won't completely demolish your budget or your frugal living habits. In fact, all you need to do is add the box of cookies to your budget and adapt as the month continues. It's amazing how a little organization can help you buy whatever you want and still save money fast. But it can be easy to get lost in knowing if you're being frugal or not. To help you out, we've made a video from the famous personal finance expert Dave Ramsey to share his top frugal living tips you must master so you'll always know if you're being frugal. Click here to get the best results you want.